I'm used to church. I've been in church my whole life. I have grown up in church. I've always been in church. My dad has been the minister at the same church for 20 plus years. My mom has been a Sunday school teacher, and she is, been singing in the choir. My brother was a vital part in our youth. He was in the praise team and the praise team leader for a while, and now that's kind of passed down to me. I've been in my praise team for 5 years, and I am the current leader of our praise team, so I'm used to church. I've had a very easy childhood. I had great parents, a great community, just great friends, and it's not really been that hard. I accepted Christ when I was 7 years old, and it was at Bible school, and so I understood, I got it, that who Jesus was, what he did, and that I understood that I wanted him in my heart. But there's only so much that you understand when you're 7 years old. So story goes on. I am, super involved in my church, and I'm at every event. I'm, in my worship team. I'm on every trip, and I'm just super involved, and I feel like I'm a really big role in my youth group, like I'm playing a really big role. But I was just kind of going through the motions, and I didn't really realize that until about a year ago, when somebody said to me, didn't really know me that well, we had just met, known each other for like a week or so, and they just came up to me and told me, and said, you have so much potential to be an amazing witness for Christ, but you've got to stop drawing people to you and draw them to the Lord. And my initial response was, how dare you? You don't know me, you don't know my story, you don't know my relationships. And so I kind of just brushed it off. But throughout the year, it's kind of come back up. And, I'd just be sitting there, and I would think about it. And I wouldn't think too hard into it because, I went back to that initial response where you don't know me. In my mind, I had it all together. I was good. I was doing what I was supposed to do. Up until about pretty recently, about a month or two ago, did I really realize what that meant. Somebody asked me who I was, not just like a surface level, who are you, like a really in-depth understanding of who I was. And I couldn't answer that. I didn't know who I was. All my life I'd been this certain person. And so I realized that I didn't understand who I was, but I knew who I wasn't. And I wasn't the girl that had it all together. I wasn't the girl that loved Jesus with all of her heart. That wasn't me. And I'd kind of been hiding behind that, especially during my high school years. I was always that friend that somebody would go to, that, for help or for advice, or I was always that person that people would open up to, or, I was looked at as the girl that had it all together, that, she's living her life for the Lord, and she's good. And in my mind, that's who I was, that's who I became, and I didn't think anything else about it. And so when they asked me that question, it rocked my world, and I realized what God had been trying to reveal to me since that day that person told me that I needed to stop drawing people to me and draw them to the Lord, because I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing everything I could to love people. I was loving people the way that I thought I was loving people, the way that I thought I should love people. But I wasn't asking my friends the hard questions. I wasn't really getting to know people for who they are and not just what I wanted to see. Going through high school, you see a lot of things, and you go through a lot of stuff, and your friends, especially, things change and people change, and that was hard for me because I didn't get it. but instead of trying to understand it and trying to ask the hard questions, I just avoided it altogether. And that's not what I was supposed to do. I was very comfortable where I was. I was very comfortable with just seeing things surface level and not doing anything more, not loving people like Jesus wanted me to love people. And somebody, I didn't even know this girl. She just kind of, we were at the beach and she came up to us and was just talking to us, and she laid out a really good image for me. And she said, so you have the Jordan River, which is known for, where Jesus was baptized. And then, so here's the Jordan River, and the Jordan River is connected to this, the Dead Sea. So the Dead Sea is known for its super high salt content. And so no life can live there because it's just too salty. And I think it's like 8 times as salty as the Pacific Ocean, so it's super salty. So they're connected. So the Jordan River is just constantly flowing into the Dead Sea, and it's just, giving nutrients and giving, giving life, and it's just constantly flowing into the Dead Sea. But the Dead Sea isn't connected to anything, and so the Dead Sea is just stagnant. And everything that the Jordan River is flowing is pushing into the Dead Sea. It's not going anywhere. And so she asked this simple question: are you the Jordan River, or are you the Dead Sea? Are you pouring into people? Are you pouring as much as you can into people? Are you pouring the gospel into people? Are you pouring love into the people? Or are you just stagnant? Are you receiving all of that and keeping it to yourself? Are you not sharing it? And that simple question wrecked my world, and I really realized that I was the Dead Sea. I have these awesome people that give me what I need, that give me, wisdom and the Lord, and spending time with Him. And He's given me all of these tools that I have, that I need to share His word. But I wasn't doing that. I was very stagnant. And in my mind, I was good. Check mark, I'm doing this, check mark. But I wasn't really doing anything to further His kingdom. And when I finally answered that question to myself, for myself, I just felt this weight of relief, that it was just God was thank you for finally understanding, for finally realizing why you're here. I am here. The only reason I am here is to share His word, to share His love, to share this amazing gift that I have, that anybody can receive. That's why I'm here. That's why you're here. That's the only reason. And that's becoming more and more evident to me, more and more real to me, that, I'm not here to be comfortable, to live a comfortable life, to live the American dream. I'm not here to just go surface level deep with my friends and people that I genuinely care about. I'm not meant to just go through the motions or play the role. I'm meant to be so much more than that. To share His word, to share His love, to love people like Jesus loves people, to care about people, genuinely care about people enough to where I'm okay with asking the hard questions. I'm okay getting uncomfortable in my own situation, in my own life. I'm okay with getting uncomfortable because Jesus is that much greater. I'm okay with feeling weird talking to somebody because Jesus is that much greater. I'm okay asking the hard questions to my friends because Jesus is that much greater. And I pray that you realize before I did that Jesus is that much greater. That He is so much greater than anything that you'll ever face, anything that you ever struggle through, anything that you ever have problems with. He's so much greater than that. And because He is so much greater, I have got to share that with somebody. And I know that now, and I really hope that you realize that before I did, because thinking back, I had 4 years of amazing opportunities to love people. But I didn't take those opportunities because in my mind, I was good. I was doing good. I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. But that just makes me so much more excited to do that now. I'm about to move off to college. I actually am moving this week. And so there's a whole community there that is just waiting for me, and I know it. And I can be whoever I want to be, because these people don't know me. They don't know my past. They don't know my upbringing. They don't know who I'm supposed to be. All they're going to see is who I am. And it's going to be my daily goal to strive, to wake up in the morning and strive to be the girl that loves Jesus, that confidently can initiate a conversation with someone about Jesus, that can confidently ask the hard questions, that can confidently be okay with not being okay, that can confidently show people that yes, I struggle, that yes, I'm broken, but Jesus is so much greater than that. The last thing that Jesus told us to do before he left this earth was to go and make disciples. The Great Commission, go ye therefore and teach all nations. All nations doesn't just mean a different country. All nations doesn't mean, a different state. All nations is where I am. All nations is where you are, the people that you're around, the person that you're sitting next to. That is all nations. And people need to feel the love of God, because it is so great and it's so immaculate that you just can't help but share it. And I know that now. So it's my biggest prayer that you would realize that it's not okay to just be stagnant, that it's not okay to just go through the motions, that that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to just live a happy and comfortable life. I'm here to serve the Lord, and to serve the Lord until that great day when he calls us home. That's why I'm here. That's why you're here. And I hope that you realize that as I have. My name is Allie, and this is who I am.